Alright guys, back with another video for you today, and I am excited for this video as I've been wanting to do this video since last June. I got to sample these three M+ collection fragrances from Escentric Molecules last June. In fact, I had some I had some fairly large samples of these three fragrances and really enjoyed all three of them, but really highlighting the ginger and also the black tea as my two favorites out of the three, which includes Guaiac as well, or Guaiac wood. So I'm going to tell you all about these three new fragrances. It comes 2 years after the last drop of M+ collection fragrances, which included the Mandarin, the Patchouli, and the Iris. And you're going to find out all about them coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today we're talking about Escentric Molecules M+ collection fragrances. Three new ones. Ginger is this one is the black tea, and this one is the Guaiac wood. These are sold at Lucky Scent. There's a discount code there you can use. It's a Perfume guy, saves you 10% off. And I'm really excited for these. As I said, I've been waiting since last June. They weren't well, I thought they were launching at the end of last year. In fact, I put off airing or doing a ginger fragrances video because I enjoyed the ginger so much. I wanted to feature it in that video, but it just didn't launch, and it just didn't launch. So I did the ginger video, but now that we have these here, again, I'm really in love with the ginger. It smells fantastic. And I'm a huge fan of the original Molecule 1 to begin with, which was launched in 2006. And I've turned it on to so many people. Some people that don't like fragrances really fall for this fragrance. They like that minimalistic quality it has, but they also enjoy the fact that they get noticed or recognized. Their smell is just really great. The fragrance has woody, musky, ambery touches, and that's what they like about it. In fact, I have so many friends that wear the original thanks to my introduction to them, because they don't know a lot about fragrances, and they really have thanked me for introducing them to this fragrance because they enjoy its minimalistic qualities. So basically, Molecule 1 was launched in 2006, features notes of ISOE Super. ISOE Super is basically cedar sandalwood combo. To me, it smells like mostly cedar with some light sandalwoody touches. And of course, you get these woody, musky, ambery qualities from this particular note, which is featured as its own note in Molecule 1. The fragrances are all created by Geza Schoen. One thing I do have to warn you about Molecule 1 is that you might be anosmic to it when you first smell it, but other people will smell it off of you because it blends in with your chemistry and things like that. So if you do try it and you are anosmic to it, you can't smell it, which happened to me, and I had to do it like 5-6 times and wear it, and finally I got the smell. So you'll probably have that issue with Molecule 1. Some people don't, but majority of the people will. Just keep trying and enjoy it. And the fact that they launched M+ collection, the first three, 2 years ago, and I instantly fell in love with the Mandarin and the Patchouli in that collection, and now we've got these three new ones. So if you want to find out more information about these three new M+ collection fragrances, I have a link to Lucky Scent in the info box. You can click that link and head over there and read more about the M+ collection, which includes the ginger, the black tea, and the Guaiac wood. And don't forget that discount code, the Perfume guide, which saves you 10% off. So let's talk about Molecule 1 plus ginger. My favorite out of the three. I love it. Lately I've been really into ginger in fragrances. Really love the zing and spice to ginger. It's a fresh spice with some warm undertones, and that's what you have with this one. But you have the Molecule 1 fragrance. You have the original here with that added zing and spice of the ginger that's in here, which makes for a great wear. Smells great. It smells, just like how ginger would smell. Fresh, spicy, it has a kick a little bit, but sweet at the same time. And basically it just features the ISOE Super note here with the ginger, and you have a great minimalistic fragrance, but with the addition of the ginger here, which smells fantastic. If you're a lover of ginger and fragrances, you like the idea of minimalistic fragrances, you like the idea of ISOE Super or Molecule 1, but you want some oomph to it, that's what the M+ collection fragrances do. They just add one note to the fragrance to kind of like make it a little more interesting rather than just one ingredient, which is ISOE Super, which smells like woods and things like that. So the ginger is my absolute favorite in this new drop. Really love it. Really smells great. And I think all year round this is going to great, especially if you like minimalistic fragrances, or in the summertime it's going to be perfect because it's light, it's fresh, spicy, woody, and definitely very musky. Really love this one. Ginger is the favorite. It's actually molecule 1 plus ginger. So if you guys have sampled this collection already, let me know, put a comment down. And if you've never sampled Escentric Molecules fragrances, do let me know if you're curious to try this collection. It's a fairly popular collection. I think it has a lot of followers. The other thing that's great with the molecule fragrances, or the Escentric Molecules fragrances, they're perfect, you know, on their own. That's what we're talking about, but they're also perfect for layering, enhancing, boosting other fragrances. Because if you have a ginger fragrance already and you're saying it's not really strong, you want to kind of like amplify it or intensify it, this will make a great, you know, enhancer for the other fragrance, because it's a substantial note, the ISOE Super. It's strong, it's woods, so boost it up with this, or anything else. Like, you might think something could be perfect with like ginger added to it, you could do that with it as well. So you just have to kind of play like mixologist to see if the ginger works with some of your favorite fragrances, especially if they're needing to be amplified or boosted or something like that. So this is molecule 1 plus ginger. So my second favorite of the new collection of M plus fragrances from Escentric Molecules is molecule 1 plus black tea. So black tea adds a coziness to the fragrance wearing experience, which is actually really, really great. I am a really big lover of tea fragrances, and I like its cozy qualities, even though in real life caffeine in tea, or black tea in this case, gives you, you know, that whole like boost of energy and things like that. But for me, the effect in fragrances is very calming and cozy, which is kind of what's going on here with the molecule 1 plus black tea. Basically, the notes are ISOE Super once again, which is the cedar sandalwood combo for me. Mostly cedar, a little sandalwood creaminess, and then the black tea note in here as well. The black tea note has some herbal qualities and also some green touches, and of course, you know, that whole smell of black tea or tea in general, which does create a kind of cozy factor to fragrances. So this is woods and black tea, so in the end you're going to have the woodsiness from the ISOE Super, muskiness from it, some ambery touches as well, but along the way with the black tea you got the green touches and herbal qualities, grassy touches. There's some spice, there's some smokiness with the tea as well, and I like this kind of smokiness with tea here. It's here. Eventually the fragrance does sweeten up because the tea does get sweet, but again, it's mixed with the whole ISOE Super qualities, which is super fantastic. So this is my second favorite. I like the ginger because I think the ginger is a bit easier to wear. The black tea for me, since it does have that calming quality, the coziness factor, I think it's more for like, you know, at the end of the day, I want something on, which I don't want to be moving around and things like that. Whereas the ginger has that zing and spice. It's a bit more uplifting and kind of like is the kind of fragrance that makes you wake up and, you know, put on your fragrance to go out with for the day kind of a thing. So either way, black tea, really yummy fragrance here, which is the second favorite from Escentric Molecules. That's molecule 1 plus black tea. And then finally, that's not a bad fragrance, but it just turned out to be my least favorite of the three. This is molecule 1 plus Guaiac wood. And the reason why this one is my least favorite, which is not a bad fragrance, it's a great fragrance on its own. For me, I felt like it's the double dosage of woods. We've got, you know, ISOE Super here, which is cedar sandalwood, and as I'm saying here with Guaiac wood, we've got some woods again, which has its own kind of a unique smell to it. So once again, this is ISOE Super with Guaiac wood. Those are the only two notes mentioned here. There's some light smokiness here with the Guaiac wood, because sometimes Guaiac wood does have smoky qualities, and then sometimes it has more sweet, lightly vanillic, balsamic qualities as well. And I feel like here we get best of both worlds here. You have the smokiness, not overly smoky, but smoky, kind of like the smoke in the black tea one as well. And then of course some sweetness, because there's some vanillic undertones here with the woods, light vanillic, more woods than vanilla, but there's definitely that kind of a sweetness here. But for me, in the end, it's the woody muskiness of the ISOE Super, sometimes the ambery touches as well. And then along the way with the Guaiac wood, you're experiencing the smokiness, the sweetness, a bit vanillic and balsamic. I shouldn't say it's a bad fragrance. In fact, it's not. It's just not as exciting as the previous two. And just like the last M Plus collection fragrances, I fell for Mandarin and Patchouli. I felt like the iris was good, but it was just not, you know, the one that I really liked. Same with this collection. The ginger and the black tea are really, really great for me. And the Guaiac wood, you know, it's good, but I'm more excited about the other two kind of a thing. So when you smell these, you might actually prefer the Guaiac wood. One other thing I should say, there's a little bit of a reminder of something like Le Labo's Guaiac fragrance. If you're a fan of that fragrance, you might dig this one as well. It's not a major reminder, a little bit, a faint. And in fact, I just spoke about that Guaiac fragrance from Le Labo. In fact, I did a top 20 Le Labo fragrances video, and at that time I was sampling this over again, and I thought, you know what, this does kind of remind me of it. Just a little bit, not too much. So it's a great idea if you like that fragrance to get your nose on Molecule 1 Plus Guaiac wood. So that's the last fragrance I'm talking about here today. I'm a big fan of Escentric molecules. I really love them for what they are. You know, at the end of the day, sometimes you want some minimalistic fragrances. Those of you that don't like intense fragrances really, I think, would really dig this collection. And then also I like the fact that these fragrances are perfect enhancers, boosters, primers, or actually, you know, layering tools that you can layer with to create some unique smells to your fragrances. I feel like the Molecule 1 Plus Guaiac wood will be a great layering tool or primer for vanilla fragrances. I feel like the two notes in here are woods, and vanilla I think would be perfect combo for that, for this particular fragrance. With the tea one, I should say, any tea fragrance that you need some boosting, I think this would be great for that. I'd have to put a little more thought into what else I would layer the Molecule 1 Plus black tea, but for me it'll enhance any tea fragrance and boost it up for you, if that makes sense. But yeah, this collection is perfect for, you know, priming, boosting, enhancing, amplifying your fragrances, but on their own they're great fragrance, very, very minimalistic wares. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. If you are interested in checking these fragrances out, in fact, check out the whole entire collection, the original Molecule 1, the previous M Plus collection with the Mandarin, the Patchouli, and the Iris, and then of course these, the ginger, black tea, and Guaiac wood, and take advantage of that discount code which I have in the info box. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Do let me know what your thoughts are on these fragrances. Let me know if you're a fan of Molecule fragrances or Escentric Molecules fragrances, and if you have sampled these or if you're curious to try them. Other than that, thanks so much for watching today. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.